So this has been a little bit stressful because we're having to regen so much shields that it can be a bit tricky. So I think the way to play this would be to just have a smaller shield and rely on rally point. And you've got your overguard in the back in case you need to rely on that. But if we can have a smaller shield and we can regen it fast, it'll be better than this massive shield. This is the issues we've run into. Having to regen a massive shield. It's been a bit tricky. But the damages here, we've got the grouping of the first, we've got the damage buff of the second. We're doing not bad that sort of way like this, we're able to shred things quite easily this way. And that is just looking terrible because we don't have any stacks.
We're down an equalizer, working on backups.
So, when we're grouping people up like this, we're doing not bad. And, when we lose that shield there, and look how long it takes to regen it, that's been our issue. So, if we take the Styanax with a smaller shield, we'll probably do okay. Like, that's a prime example of danger for me. So, slap on a smaller shield and we're going to do a lot better in this build, in my opinion.
Your time is running out.
But the damage is definitely there. We just need to fix the shield. Smaller shield, and it's going to work great, I think. Hey folks, this would be the way I'd recommend to play Styanax if you're going to want to do the shield regen build. You're going to have another issue over the fourth. You're going to have rally point to totally get shields back. Now we've got 185 shield and we are getting 99 shield on kill, plus we're getting brief respite. So if we break a shield and we quickly cast a 1, then get a few kills, full shield get it right back again. So it works really, really good. And we've got the Tharo's lethality, we've got the grouping. So we've got, we're going to get critical damage, 199% on enemies hit with this. And I'm going to be able to group really good with this here. So let's showcase how that'll work, and then we'll showcase the sort of survivability. So if we pause these dudes here and we activate our rally point, activate our nourish, so we're going to have constant energy management, and then we throw the 1 here and we hit them with this. We're going to have crazy extra crit damage, and that's also going to be a great survivability tool because if we spawn these guys in here once that ends and we're taking damage, break our shields, we cast the 1 in them, they all get immobilized. A few casts and then boom, shields are straight back from that casting and from the kills. So if we let these guys break our shields, look how quickly we'll regen that shields just on kills. Boom. The amount of kills we're going to get just from doing that is going to infinitely shield gate back. So it works, seems to work really good. Now, my problem in my level cap run was I was having too big of a shield that I couldn't gate it back on time sometimes. But, with the likes of this here, we're going to be able to gate it back on time just fine. We just keep that 3 active all the time and we keep killing, we're going to gate that back, no problem. We've also got some gating mods on our Diriga, and look at the shield, it's just constantly staying up. So if we give them a chance to hurt us, let's get some actual Xmas guys in, and we'll show how it'll kind of work against these sort of big dudes. We keep the 3 active, another active, we're going to let them break our shields, broke the shields. As long as we keep getting kills, we're going to be pretty much golden. If we've got such a little amount of shield we have to gate back, we should be fine. If we run out of guys to kill, we can just cast a few abilities and get that back. So I would recommend taking something like the Torrid, something that's going to kill a lot of enemies very quickly. This would be what I recommend here. I had taken, I think I took the Boar. The Boar's going to work fine too, but I think the Torrid would be better for this sort of setup because it's going to chain and kill so many people so quickly. You'll get that shields back really, really well. So I've got Corrosive Magnetic here, Viral Slash. This is the mods I've got here. It's sorry, set up there. We've got our trusty Angstrom here for some overguard if we're getting a sticky situation. Since we don't have overguard in the 4th, and this is a better way to run it anyway. You're going to get better survivability from just using this in overguard gating. Then we've just got sort of standard movement speed, Brados, nothing special. Influence setup. This is the evolutions on the Angstrom. And then over here we've got a trusty Diriga with some shield gating mods here. So that'll help nicely. He's also going to keep hotshot stacked for us constantly. Also going to boost shields now and then, standard sort of priming and a bit of crit damage, that sort of stuff, since he constructs a flex slot, I suppose. So that would be the way I'd run it, and this way we can have these 2 great augments, and we don't need to worry about the overguard here. We've got arcane acceleration, we've got a hotshot being stacked from the Diriga. Arcane acceleration could be a flex slot as well if you don't, if you wanted to have, maybe more strength, so you could get full shields back on 1 kill, because you only need to hit. Oh, excuse me. You only need to hit 165 there. Or if you don't want this augment or you don't want that augment, you could drop that and put in Vigilante Vigor, and you're probably gonna just get your shields back almost instantly, which would be really, really nice. So we'll jump into mission in a minute and show it there while I speak and talk about the sort of casting and the way we're playing it. And this should survive a lot better than the example I showed at the beginning. It was fundamentally the same, but the only difference was we had prime redirection in, which was making it a bit harder for us to get this full shield gate. Here we have casting speed, parkour velocity, casting speed, and duration and duration. I suppose you could use what you want. I would just recommend having some casting speed in. So let's jump in a mission. Circulus, Lewis, survival. We can get these guys grouped up, kill a few of them. And they just flew in orbit, God knows how. Once we get the ball rolling with having our 3 active, that's the main thing that's going to help us survive. That's what we want to get up first, and then activate our nourish in conjunction with that, and we should be golden for the whole mission. See, Guardian proc there, Diriga filled their shields up for us. So we'll just activate nourish just now, lock these guys down. Now we can activate that, and now the ball should be rolling, where if our shield breaks, we're just going to regen it quicker than they can do anything about it, really. We can group guys up too, we can debuff them with that. So that's mostly going to be used for the Syraxis or Eximus, boom. And once you do that, you're stopping all these guys really being able to damage us. The only people that will be able to damage us, if we're grouping up so many guys like this, look, they're now not being able to damage us. The only people that can hurt us are the Eximus guys. So that's going to be your priority, just focus on the Eximus, cast this. As soon as the Eximus overguard's broken, he's going to be ragdolled like that as well, taking a lot of DPS off of us. Just consistently keep your 3 up, keeping our nourish active. And if you really get in a hairy situation, you can always pull this out and get a bit of overguard, giving us a double layer of survivability. Because once that breaks, they then need to break the shield too. And by the time that's happened, you've probably gated that shield back again and got some overguard back again. So it's like a double layer of insulation. Again, grouping guys, debuffing them with that, and taking effectively all their damage away from us because they're being ragdolled. Making it really only the Eximus we need to worry about. which is quite nice really. Keeping the 2 active, keeping the 4 active, so we can constantly spam abilities if we have to. You know, if you can't get that kill off, at least you can spam this until you get your, you know, full shield back. So if we let these guys damage us, we'll see how many casts of that it'll take to give us a full shield gate. And look at this, we can't really, nothing's really getting done, they're all propped from the Diriga and stuff like that. Typical. So they start to hurt us, we just do that and group them up. I'll let our shield break. Oh, Diriga propped it for us there. There we go. 2 casts of that and look, we're straight back in business. And we get the kills and that's going to maintain our shields up for us. We can just spam that, get our shields back, and then boom, on kill, get our shields back too. But I feel like it works pretty well. It's going to be absolute overkill for base still passed. With that shield's right back. But it works really great in the level cap. I just wish I'd went this route in level cap instead of going the big shields, because it became a little bit stressful if I couldn't get that shield back or Guardian didn't proc. This is definitely the better way to run this shield regen build. We've got Acolyte spawning in. See if we can group them up. We'll see if we can debuff them with our 2. See how we get on. And he was 1 tap for the melee. It'll be the exact same for the guns, you know. Keeping our 3 up. And we can heavy attack these dudes and wipe them all out. Group up these dudes, debuff them. Nice easy kills. So that's the sort of gist of the build. You're going to want to just keep the 3 active, keep the 4 up all the time for constant energy regen, group up these guys so they can't even damage us with a 1. And then, you know, our only priority will be really is killing the Eximus, because they're the only people that are really going to be able to hurt us. And then if you can't get your kills off, like we showed here, you can just spam the 1st and 2nd ability and get our shields back. We've got nice hot shot stacked constantly as well. We'll let these dudes damage us, and then we'll just cast. 1st ability, show the gating process of getting it back relatively easy with just spamming the 1. Then we'll spam the 2nd ability and see how quickly we can get it back. See, we got that back straight away, and then all the initial damage we could be taking was immobilized because they're grouped. Get that kills off and then boost that shield right up again. And see how well we can gate with the 2nd ability. And we can gate with that too, as we see here, and just gate with that 2nd ability. But I do think we'd be better to just spend time gating with the 1st one like this. And all that shield's back, nice and easy. We break our shield, we'll cast the 2nd ability. Do 2 casts of that and we're back to full. But typically just cast your 1 a couple of times and you're going to be golden. And then we mobilise all these people. As soon as the overguard's broken, we're taking out the fight, you know, because they're just completely ragdolled everywhere. Nice and easy. And then, as we know, we've got this overguard. If we get in any sticky situations, got another layer of survivability with overguard, group them up, boom, kill, get some overguard up, and we're golden. So I think I'll do for the showcase, fun little different build instead of having to rely on constantly spamming the 4th ability, which I really didn't like to do, because it was breaking faster than we could actually keep it up. So I think this works much better. A lot of the damage is taken out of the equation because, you know, like it says, they're all ragdolled, they can't really do much. So I think that'll do. Cheers, hopefully you try it out. Bye bye.